Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lauren McComas, and I am coming to you live from SALT Performing Arts, where we are bringing to you tonight our Rise Up fundraiser event. We are so excited to be celebrating our 6 years of existence with all of you at home as we journey together through the history of SALT and our amazingly talented shows that we have done. We are so stoked to have you, so thankful for all that you have done to make us who we are today. We are made up of the community, for the community, and it is because of you that we exist. It's because of you we have made magic, and it is because of you that we have remained in flight during this time. So thank you so much for keeping us risen during all of this, and we hope tonight is a magical night for you as it will be for us. Now, I know some of you at home might be wondering, how are we making this work tonight? Well, we are, like I said, live broadcasting in this moment to you from within SALT Performing Arts. And we have our performers, original cast members from every musical we have ever done, here at SALT tonight with us. Some of them are waiting in their cars, and others are in socially distanced stations all throughout the building. And when it's their turn to sing, they'll be brought up here into the theater, and they'll sing their hearts out for you here at home. And we are accompanied by the most amazingly brilliant and beautiful Brigitte Rotman. In between every act, in case you're worried about it, the microphones will get sanitized, and everyone is staying masked until they step onto the stage. Now, I was thinking a little bit earlier today about the history of SALT, and I was doing a little math. And aside from the 48 shows that Stagelight has put on the SALT stage, 48, and the 5 SALT full-length straight plays, and the 7 cabarets and Christmas spectaculars that we've done live, and the 10 cooped-up cabarets, and the 4 drive-in concerts we did this summer, we have produced 27 full-length main stage musicals. And if someone told me 6.5 years ago that all of that would be our history today, some might say, well, that's impossible. But I say, impossible? Things are happening every day. So tonight, for our very first production number for you, we're going to bring you something from our first musical that we ever did way back in the fall of 2014, A Grand Night for Singing, a Rodgers and Hammerstein review. It was the most magical moment ever to do a show for the first time on our stage. And here tonight are 2 of my dearest friends, Dave DiMarino and Emily Merrow from that cast, giving you some of our highlights from A Grand Night for Singing.
Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a cold carrot. Impossible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince digital carrot.
And 4 white hoist can never be 4 white horses. Such folderol and fiddly-dee, of course, is impossible. But the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and don't believe what sensible people say. And because these daft and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day. When I take you out tonight with me, honey, here's the way it's gonna be. You will sit behind a team of snow white horses in the slickest gig you ever see. Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top. When we hit that road, hell for leather, cats and dogs will dance in the heather, birds and frogs will sing all together, and the toads will hop. The wheels are yeller, the upholstery's brown, the dashboard's genuine leather. With isinglass curtains you can roll right down in case there's a change in the weather. Two bright side lights winking and blinking. Ain't no finer rig, I'm a-thinking. You can keep your rig if you're thinking that I care to swap for that shiny little Surrey with the fringe on the top.
Would you say the fringe was made of silk?
Wouldn't have no other kind but silk.
Has it really got a team of snow-white horses?
One's like snow, the other's more like milk. All the world will fly in a flurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top. When we hit that road hell for leather, cats and dogs will dance in the heather, birds and frogs will sing all together, and the toads will hop. The wind will whistle as we rattle along, the cows will moo in the clover, the river will ripple out a whispered song and whisper it over and over. Don't you wish you'd go on forever? Don't you wish you'd go on forever? Don't you wish you'd go on forever and you'd never stop in that shiny little Surrey with the fringe on the top? I can see the stars getting blurry when we ride back home in the Surrey, riding slowly home in the Surrey with the fringe on top. I can feel the day getting older, feel a sleepy head near my shoulder, nodding, drooping close to my shoulder till it falls kerplop. The sun is swimming on the rim of a hill, the moon is taking a header, and just as I'm thinking all the earth is still, a lark will wake up in the meadow. Hush, you bird, my baby's a-sleepin', maybe got a dream worth a-keepin'. Whoa, you team, and just keep a-creepin' at a slow clip-clop. Don't you hurry with the Surrey with the fringe on the top.
Thank you, Dave and Emily. You know, earlier this week, I was over at our costume department, which we affectionately call Stitches and Stuff, and I was pulling some costume pieces for several of the performers tonight to give a tip of the hat to their original characters. And while I was there, I started thinking, well, gosh, what am I going to wear for this event? And I thought about how I have to introduce every number tonight to allow for a transition of the sanitizing of the microphones and the shuffling in and out of the different cast members. And I thought, well, I don't want people to get bored of seeing me 28 times. So I might as well just try on a bunch of costumes from here at the costume department. So tonight, I might be putting on a couple of evening gowns I've always admired from the racks and having some fun with that. Now, our holiday show, our very first holiday show in 2014 was Miracle on 34th Street. And this came at a time before I had Robbie and a board of directors helping me manage the finances of SALT. And in my go big or go home motto, I decided that the parade scene, the Macy's Day Parade scene of Miracle on 34th Street needed live horses. So we didn't have just one, not just two, we had 3 giant live horses come on the SALT stage as a part of that parade scene, and it was epic. And we had an amazing man, Ron Peterson, who's Emily Merrow's father, play our Mr. Macy. And he's here tonight to very appropriately sing for us in this time of year, That Man Over There.
That man over there is Santa Claus, I know, I know, I know. I can tell by the crinkle in the bridge of his nose, wink of his eye and the twinkle of his toes, and the joy wherever he goes. That man is he, I don't care if every other corner has a Santa Claus standing there. I don't care. Tall or short or wide or crooked or slim, I'm not aware that there are many Santas everywhere. I'm aware, but that one over there represents them all as they represent him. That man over there is Santa Claus. I know, I know, I know. I can tell by the jingle in his voice like a bell, bright as the holly in his coat lapel, and the joy wherever he goes. That man is he, Santa Claus.
Mary Poppins was our first show where many of the cast members and much of our audience were not made up of people whom I already knew. So it was the show where we started to realize that SALT was making a name for itself in the community, and it goes down as one of my top 5 most favorite productions we've ever done at SALT. There's a quote that I recently read that says that theater doesn't last, only in people's memories and in their hearts. And that's the beauty and sadness of it. But that's life, beauty and sadness. And that's why theater is life. And though we don't get to relive the entirety of that magical production of Mary Poppins, I'm so thrilled tonight that we have our very own Jane and Michael Banks, Charleston and Srinath, who are not quite so little anymore, bringing to us The Perfect Nanny, followed by a special guest appearance from all the way in Minnesota.
If you want this choice position, have a cheery disposition, rosy cheeks, no warts.
That's the part I put in.
Play games, all sorts. You must be kind, you must be witty, very sweet and fairly pretty. Sing songs, bring sweets.
Never be cross or cruel, never feed us castor oil or gruel. Yuck.
Love us as a son and daughter.
And never smell of barley water. I put that bit in too.
If you won't scold and dominate us, we will never give you cause to hate us. We won't hide your spectacles so you can see.
Put toads in your bed or pepper in your tea.
Hurry, Nanny, many thanks.
Sincerely,
Jane
and Michael Banks.
By the time the wind has blown the weather vane around, I'll show you if I can. No matter what the circumstance, for one thing I'm renowned. My character is spit-spot, spick and span. I'm practically perfect in every way. Practically perfect, so people say. Each virtue virtually knows no bound. Each trait is great and patently sound. I'm practically perfect from head to toe. If I had a fault, it would never dare to show. I'm so practically perfect in every way. Both prim and proper and never too stern. Well educated, yet willing to learn. I'm clean and honest, my manner refined, and I wear shoes of a sensible kind. I suffer no nonsense, and whilst I remain, there's nothing else I feel I need explain. say. Uncanny nannies are hard to find. Unique yet me conspicuously kind. I'm practically perfect, not slightly soiled. Running like an engine that's just been freshly oiled. I'm so practically perfect in every way. Practically perfect, and here's my aim. By the time I leave here, you both will be the same. You'll be practically perfect. Practically perfect. You will be practically perfect in every way.
And that was Libby Malone coming to us from Minnesota. She was our very own Mary Poppins, and I'm so grateful that you joined us tonight, Libby. Thank you for that. You know, I once heard it said that theater is poetry that rises from the book and becomes human enough to talk and shout, weep and despair. And there is no musical more appropriate for that quote than one of my most favorite in existence, Into the Woods by Stephen Sondheim. And when Meg Velasco, our baker's wife, performed A Moment in the Woods on the stage every night of the run of that show, I was transported directly into the heart of the human experience. And she's here tonight to take you all on that journey as well. Meg Velasco.
What was that? Was that me? Was that him? Did a prince really kiss me? And kiss me? And kiss me? Did I kiss him back? Am I wrong? Am I mad? Is that all? Does he miss me? Was he suddenly getting bored with me? Wake up, stop dreaming, stop prancing about the woods. It's not beseeming, what is it about the woods? Back to husband who can live in the woods. There are vows, there are ties, there are needs, there are standards, there are shoulds and shoulds. Why not both instead? There's the answer if you're clever. Have a child for warmth and a baker for bread and a prince for whatever. Never is these woods. Face the facts, find the boy, join the group, stop the giant, just get out of these woods. Was that him? Yes it was. Was it me? No, it wasn't just a trick of the woods. Just a moment. One peculiar passing moment. Must it all be either less or more? Either plain or grand? Is it always or is it never? And that's what woods are for those moments in the woods. Oh, if life were made of moments, even now and then a bad one. But if life were only moments, then you'd never know you had one. First a witch, then a child, then a prince, then a moment who can live in the woods. And to get what you wish only just for a moment, these are dangerous woods. Let the moment go. Don't forget it for a moment though. Just remembering you've had an and when you're back to or makes the or mean more than it did before. Now I understand, and it's time to leave the woods.
One of our biggest box office hits ever here at SALT came in April of 2016 with Disney's The Little Mermaid, only beaten out actually by Mamma Mia by about $50 in the box office. Well, when we held auditions for Ariel, we had so many young women come through the door wanting to be that Disney princess. But when Chelsea Delgado opened her mouth with that beautiful face of hers, we knew she was our Disney princess Ariel. That show had the most amazing cast, costumes, and choreography. It was spectacular. And every night, kids of all ages in our audiences were transported under the sea. Well, here to do that again for us is our Disney princess herself, Chelsea Delgado, with Part of Your World.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here you'd think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down the, what's that word again? Street, up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Betcha on land they understand, bet they don't reprimand their daughters. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand and ready to know what the people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it, what's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that shore up above, out of the sea. Wish I could be part of that world.
Oscar Wilde said, "I regard the theater as the greatest of all art forms, the most immediate way in which a human being can share with another the sense of what it is to be a human being." While the ladies who belted their guts out in our Beehive the 60s musical all had showstopper hits, Leanna Henry's rendition of Society's Child cut right to the heart of the human experience, and it's such an important, relevant song. And I hope that as it transported us back then, that it transports you tonight. Leanna Henry, everyone.
to my door, baby. Face is clean and shining black as night. My mother went to answer, you know that you look so fine. Now I can understand your tears and your shame. She called you boy instead of your name. When she wouldn't let you inside, she turned and said, but honey, he's not our kind. She said, I can't see you anymore, baby. Can't see you anymore. Walk me down to school, baby. Everybody's acting deaf and blind until they turn and say, why don't you stick to your own kind? My teachers all laugh, their smirking stares, cutting deep down in our affairs. Preachers of equality think they believe it, then why won't they just let us be? They said, I can't see you anymore, baby. Can't see you anymore. One of these days I'm gonna stop my listening, gonna raise my head up high. One of these days I'm gonna raise my glistening wings and fly. But that day will have to wait for a while. Baby, I'm only society's child. When we're older, things may change, but for now, this is the way they must remain. I said, I can't see you anymore, baby. Can't see you anymore. No, I don't want to see you anymore, baby.
Continuing in our summer of 2016 Jukebox Musical Series, we brought to audiences the songs of Motown with Smokey Joe's Cafe. It was a dinner theater catered by our friends over at Limoncello's, and our cast sang and danced their way through Broadway's longest-running musical revue. Back with us tonight is Alicia Hutman and Chelsea Delgado singing backup to Salt's very own fan favorite with his movie star face, Brad DeLeon, as they bring to you tonight, Stand By Me.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me.
If the sky that we look upon should crumble and fall, and the mountains should cry
Stand by me.
Stand by
Oh,
me.
stand by 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 me.
Stand by
Oh, stand by me.
Stand by me.
Stand by me.
Stand by me.
Stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now.
In the fall of 2016, we produced an audience favorite, The Wizard of Oz, complete with a yellow brick road, an actual flying monkey, and a night when we had an actual storm happen outside and the electricity in our theater went completely out right after Dorothy sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and we had to stop the show and refund our entire audience. It was memorable. Well, Jason Scanceroli, a mere sophomore in high school at the time, brought a most brilliant scarecrow to our stage, and he's here tonight to bring to you If I Only Had a Brain.
Said a scarecrow sitting on a pole to a blackbird sitting on a fence. Oh, the Lord gave me a soul, but forgot to give me common sense. If I had an ounce of common sense, I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. And my head I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching. If I only had a brain, I'd unravel every riddle for any individual in trouble or in pain. With the thoughts I'd be thinking I could be another Lincoln if I only had a brain. Oh, I could tell you why the ocean's near the shore. I could think of things I'd never thunk before, and then I'd sit and think some more. I would not be just a nuffin', my head all full of stuffin', my heart all full of pain. And to think I'd be with you and be deserving of you if I only had a brain. I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. And my head I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching if I only had a brain. I'd unravel any riddle for any individual in trouble or in pain. With the thoughts I'd be thinking I could be another Lincoln if I only had a brain. Oh, I could tell you why the ocean's near the shore. I could think of things I'd never thunk before, and then I'd sit and think some more. I would not be just a nuffin', my head all full of stuffin', my heart all full of pain. Then perhaps I'd deserve ya and be even worthy of ya if I only had a brain.
Our first all-teen musical on the main stage of SALT was Seussical the Musical. It was a box office hit and a completely sold-out run, and it showed us just how talented the youth of Chester County is. Jackson Ogden played JoJo, and he was about here at the time, and now he's here. And Jason Scanceroli came back to the stage to play Horton, and they warmed the hearts of the audiences with Alone in the Universe. And they're here to do it again for you tonight, Jackson and Jason.
I've been guarding this clover for over a week, getting laughed at for thinking a dust speck can speak. Well, let them all laugh. I'll try not to mind, for I have found something that they'll never find. There are secrets on a leaf, in the water, in the air, hidden planets, tiny worlds, all invisible. Not a person seems to know, not a person seems to care. There is no one who believes a thing I say. Well, I'm fairly certain at one time or other, great thinkers all feel this way. I'm alone in the universe, so alone in the universe. I've found magic, but they don't see it. They all call me a lunatic. Okay, call me a lunatic. If I stand on my own, so be it. 'Cause I have wings, yes, I can fly around the moon and far beyond the sky. And one day soon, I know there you'll be. One small voice in the universe, one true friend in the universe, who believes in me.
I'm alone in the universe, so alone in the universe. My own planets and stars are glowing.
Alone in the universe.
No one notices anything. Not one person is listening. They don't have any way of knowing.
Nobody knows that I have wings.
I have wings.
And I can fly.
I can
around the moon and far beyond the sky. Well, someday soon you will hear my plea. One small voice in the universe.
One true friend in the universe.
Please believe in me. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Who's there?
It's me, Jojo, the mayor's son.
Well, I'm Horton, the elephant.
Are you real or just a very large think?
Oh, I'm real, all right. I would state that in ink.
In my thinks, I think a lot of strange things, and I go to strange places as if I had wings. I love a good think.
Well, for me, that goes double.
Sometimes my thinks are what get me in trouble.
When you think, do you dream?
In bright colors!
Me too. And I go to strange places like Sala Salou.
When you dream, do you think you could fly to the stars?
Oh, little friend, no one else can have thinks such as ours. Yes, I have wings.
I have wings.
Yes, I can fly. Around the moon and far beyond the sky. You called my name and you set me free. One small voice in the universe.
One true friend in the universe.
Who believes in me? Good night, Jojo.
See you in Sala Salou.
Ever since starting SALT, I had wanted to direct Beauty and the Beast. And in the spring of 2017, right after giving birth to our youngest child, Finn, I was given that honor. In fact, 3 days after he was born, he and I came together to the first read-through rehearsal. He was kind of the mascot of that show. Well, that show was not only aesthetically stunning, but the cast was absolute perfection. And I am so honored to have here tonight on our SALT stage our Mrs. Potts and our Beast, bringing to you Beauty and the Beast and If I Can't Love Her. Ladies and gentlemen, Katria Aransky-Pettick and Ryan Starcheski.
Tale as old as time, true as it can be. Barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly. Just a little change, small to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared. Beauty and the Beast. Ever just the same, ever a surprise, ever as before, ever just as sure as the sun will rise.
And in my twisted face, there's not the slightest trace of anything that even hints at kindness. And in my tortured shape, no comfort, no escape. I see, but deep within his utter blindness, hopeless as my dream dies, as the time flies, love a lost illusion, helpless, unforgiven, cold and driven to this sad conclusion. No beauty could move me, no goodness improve me, no power on earth if I can't love her. No passion could reach me, no lesson could teach me how I could have loved her and make her love me too. If I can't love her, then who? Long ago I should have seen all the things I could have been. Careless and unthinking, I moved onward. if I can't love her. No spirit could win me, no hope left within me. Hope I could have loved her and that she'd set me free. But it's not to be if I can't love her. Let the world be done with me.
Y'all, May of 2017 was super hot. I'm talking blazing hot. How do I know this? Because that's the month that we performed Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and we turned the inside of our theater into a circus tent, fully draped in fabric. We wore extremely heavy Bollywood costumes, and that show, if you've never seen it before, is a non-stop party of very energetic dancing. And the air conditioner here at SALT broke for the entire run of that show. Y'all, it was a sweaty, sweaty production, but that cast and that crew was nothing but positive, uplifting, and encouraging. Not one complaint through the entire run. It was such a special show. And here tonight, we have a for real future Broadway star. Back at the SALT stage, our very own Skylar Shields, who played our Joseph, performing for you, Close Every Door.
Close every door to me, hide all the world from me, bar all the windows and shut out the light. Do what you want with me, hate me and laugh at me, darken my daytime and torture my night. If my life were important, I would ask, will I live or die? But I know the answers lie far from this world. Close every door to me, keep those I love from me. Children of Israel are never alone, for I know I shall find my own peace of mind, for I have been promised a land of my own. Just give me a number instead of my name. Forget all about me and let me decay. I do not matter. I am only one person. Destroy me completely and throw me away. If my life were important, I would ask, will I live or die? But I know the answers lie far from this world. Close every door to me, keep those I love from me. Children of Israel are never alone, for I know we shall find our own peace of mind, for we have been promised a land of our own.
Woo! Well, Chelsea Barnett first flexed her director's muscle with Shrek Jr., and it was amazing. That cast performed in February 2018 here on the SALT stage, and then we took the show on the road and performed it midsummer at Eagle View Town Center for an outdoor performance, and it was blazing hot, and that youth cast were full of troopers. Well, one of the audience's favorite moments of the show is when Zach Norcia came out as Lord Farquaad with his tiny little legs and his little boots. It had the audience screaming. Well, he's here tonight with two of his Dulocs, Gabe Rotman and Lorelei Miller, to perform for you What's Up, Duloc?
Things are looking up here in Duloc. They're looking up. The things I'm cooking up here in Duloc.
He likes to cook.
A model that amazes. A plan with 7 phases.
Bum, 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 bum.
Things are looking up here in Duloc. They're looking up in Duloc. The ladies all look swell.
The men are so dashing.
Thanks to my new dress code, the fashion's never clashing. Hey, nonny, 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 no. This castle I have built is taller than the cliff tops. A city like a postcard with a monorail and gift shops. And so,
And so,
and so,
and so.
and so. No one from the gutter in Duloc.
He's taking aim.
Embrace the cookie cutter in Duloc.
We're all the same.
The upshot is enormous when you can shout,
Conform us.
yes! Things are looking up.
Things are looking
up.
Things are looking up.
Here in Duloc. Here in Duloc. And no one's gonna bring me down.
I think we would all agree that Titanic the musical really upped our game here at SALT. It was our largest cast to date, with 40 performers gracing our stage, and the sound that came out of them with that incredible music, the storytelling that they did, and the emotion that they portrayed from that historic event stunned audiences and left them speechless at the end. Well, here tonight we have Mr. and Mrs. Strauss from the show, Nancy Cadwell and Ben Freed. And this is the song they performed as they chose as a couple to stay together and go down with the ship. We give to you tonight, Still.
Still, the way I love you still lives in my heart.
After all of the years we've been together,
Holding our love still, the way you move me still feels as it did when you first became mine. Whispered the words I will. I loved you then, and I love you still.
no one else could play your role. Forever know my mind.
Companion of my
One of the greatest moments of 2018 was when our very own music director and accompanist, Brigitte Rotman, took to the stage for the first time here at SALT to sing and dance and perform herself. She wowed all of us, but especially had us in stitches with her castmate Alicia Hutman in their rendition of Class from The World Goes Round. It's a Kander and Ebb musical review, and the song Class was originally in Chicago and then got put into The World Goes Round. And they happen to be performing it in a key higher than it was originally written, just to note. Ladies and gentlemen, Brigitte and Alicia with Class. One of the greatest spectacles that we ever attempted to pull off is a show that most theaters don't dare try, and it's Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats. And pull it off we did. That cast of characters in the most spectacular costumes sang and danced their way across a junkyard of tires. Emily Merrow played Grizabella exquisitely, and here she is tonight, singing for all of you, Memory.
smiling alone. In the lamplight, the withered leaves collect at my feet, and the wind begins to moan. Memory, all alone in the moonlight, I can smile at the old days. I was beautiful then. I remember the time I knew what happiness was. Let the memory live again. Burnt out ends of smoky days, the stale, cold smell of morning. The street lamp dies, another night is over, another day is dawning. Daylight, I must wait for the sunrise. I must think of the new life, and I mustn't give in. When the dawn comes, tonight will be a memory too, and a new day will begin. Sunlight through the trees in summer, endless masquerading, like a flower at the dawn is breaking. The memory is fading. Touch me, it's so easy to leave me all alone with the memory of my days in the sun. If you touch me, you'll understand what happiness is. Look, a new day has begun.
Terrence Mann once said that movies will make you famous, television will make you rich, but theater will make you good. I think we would all agree that while Kai Kasagaran could be famous in the movies or rich from TV, we're all so glad that he'd rather be good. Our holiday show smash hit of 2018, Newsies, is easily one of my most favorite SALT productions to date. Here tonight is our very own Jack Kelly, ready to slay Santa Fe for you yet again.
Folks, we finally got a headline. Newsies crushed, his balls a deck. Crutchy's calling me, dumb Crips just too damn slow. Guys are fighting, bleeding, falling, thanks to good old Captain Jack. Captain Jack just wants to close his eyes and go. Let me go far away, somewhere they won't never find me. Into tomorrow won't remind me of today. When the city's finally sleeping and the moon looks old and gray, I get on the train that's bound for Santa Fe. And I'm gone, and I'm done. No more running, no more lying, no more fat old men denying me my pain. Just a moon so big and yellow, it turns night right into day. Dreams come true, yeah they do, in Santa Fe. Where does it say you gotta live and die here? Where does it say a guy can't catch a break? Why should you only take what you're given? Why should you spend your whole life living trapped where there ain't no future? Even at 17, breaking your back for someone else's sake. If that life don't seem to suit ya, how about a change of scene? Far from the lousy headlines and the deadlines in between. Santa Fe, my old friend, I can't spend my whole life dreaming, though I know that's all I seem inclined to do. I ain't getting any younger, and I wanna start brand new. I need space and fresh air. Let them laugh in my face. I don't care. Save my place. I'll be there. Just be real is all I'm asking. Not some painting in my head. 'Cause I'm dead if I can't count on you today. I got nothing if I ain't got Santa Fe.
We started 2019 off with a Victor Hugo series, kicking it off with his most epic story, Les Miserables. Our cast was made up of performers who were ages 18 and younger, and they completely blew away our audiences and left them speechless. Drew Kalkowitz played Enjolras, Grace Doherty played Eponine, and Grant Holcomb played an incredible Jean Valjean. The three of them are here tonight to do a mashup of our favorite songs from Les Miserables.
It is time for us all to decide who we are. Do we fight for the right to a night at the opera now? Have you asked of yourselves what's the price you might pay? Is it simply a game for rich young boys to play? The colors of the world are changing day by day. Red, the blood of angry men. Black, the dark of ages past. Red, a world about to dawn. Black, the night that ends at last.
Sometimes I walk alone at night when everybody else is sleeping. I think of him and then I'm happy with the company I'm keeping. The city goes to bed and I can live inside my head. On my own, pretending he's beside me. All alone, I'd walk with him till morning. has found me. In the rain, the pavement shines like silver. All the lights are misty in the river. In the darkness, the trees are full of starlight, and all I see is him and me forever and forever. And I know it's only in my mind that I'm talking to myself and not to him. And although I know that he is blind, still I say there's a way for us. I love him, but every day I'm learning. All my life I've only been pretending. Without me, his world would go on turning. A world that's full of happiness that I have never known. I love him. I love him. I love him, but only on my own.
Red, the blood of angry men. Black, the dark of ages past. Red, a world about to dawn. Black, the night that ends at last. God on high, hear my prayer. In my need, you have always been there. He is young, he's afraid. Let him rest, heaven blessed. Bring him home, bring him home. Bring him home. He's like the son I might have known if God had granted me a son. The summers die, one by one. How soon they fly, on and on. And I am old and will be gone. Bring him peace, bring him joy. He is young, he is only a boy. You can take, you can give. Let him be, let him live. If I die,
live. Bring him home. Bring him home. Bring him home.
Our next Victor Hugo production was The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And you know the story of the little engine that could? Well, that show, The Hunchback, is affectionately known around here as the little show that almost didn't. We had so many things go wrong during the rehearsal process of that show, not the least of which was 9 cast members needing to drop and be replaced for different reasons: job changes, moving out of state, illness. And then during our Tech Week, we had a fire here in the theater, and so Tech Week got canceled partially. But we persevered, and the show ended up being super beautiful. And 2 of our amazing cast members were Sarah Helmers, who played Esmeralda, and AJ Tantala, who was our Quasimodo. And tonight they're going to be performing for you, God Help the Outcast and Out There.
I don't know if you can hear me, or if you're even there. I don't know if you would listen to a gypsy's prayer. Yes, I know I'm just an outcast. I shouldn't speak to you. Still, I see your face and wonder, were you once an outcast too? God help the outcasts, hungry from birth. Show them the mercy they don't find on earth. God help my people, they look to you still. God help the outcasts, or nobody will. I ask for nothing, I can get by, but I know so many less lucky than I. Please help my people, the poor and downtrodden. I thought we all were the children of God. God help the outcasts, children of God.
Safe behind these windows and these parapets of stone, gazing at the people down below me. All my life I've watched them as I hide up here alone, hungry for the histories they show me. All my life I've memorized their faces, knowing them as they will never know me. All my life I've wondered how it feels to pass a day not above them, but part of them. And out there, living in the sun, give me one day out there. All I ask is one to hold forever. Out there, where they all live unaware. What I'd give, what I dare, just to live one day out there. weavers and their wives. Through the roofs and cables I can see them. Every day they shout and scold and go about their lives, heedless of the gift it is to be them. If I were in their skin, I'd treasure every instant out there, strolling by the Seine. Taste a morning out there like ordinary men who freely walk about there. Just one day and then I'll swear I'll be content with my share. Won't resent, won't despair. Old and bent, I won't care. I'll have spent one day out there.
Arthur Miller said that theater is so endlessly fascinating because it's so accidental. It's so much like life. And there's no show that embraces that quote more than Godspell, because every version of Godspell is different as it organically morphs and forms throughout the whole rehearsal process. And sometimes accidental things happen and it's true brilliance. Well, in the spring of 2019, our production of Godspell was colorful, it was creative, and it was incredibly moving. And Grace Eschenauer rocked the house in her rendition of Oh Bless the Lord My Soul, and she's here tonight to do it again.
Oh, bless the Lord my soul, His grace to thee proclaim, and all that is within me join to bless His holy name. Whoa, yeah. Oh, bless the Lord my soul, His mercies bear in mind, forget not all His benefits, the Lord to thee is kind. He will not always chide, He will with patience wait, His wrath is ever slow to rise, and ready to abate, and ready to abate, and ready to, and ready to abate. Yeah. He pardons all thy sins, prolongs thy feeble breath. He healeth thine infirmities, and ransoms thee from death. Oh, yeah. He clothes thee with His love, upholds thee with His truth, and
When I was a little girl, my parents took me to see The Secret Garden on Broadway when it first came out. And when Little Mary came onto the stage, I turned to my parents and said, "That's what I want to do." That show is what told me I wanted to be a part of theater. So when we did it in the spring of 2019, it kind of brought my life full circle, and I got to live vicariously through our Molly Kent as she played our very special Mary Lennox. Tonight she is here to sing for all of you, "The Girl I Mean to Be."
I need a place where I can go, where I can whisper what I know, where I can whisper who I like, and where I go to see them. I need a place where I can hide, where no one sees my life inside, where I can make my plans and write them down so I can read them. A place where I can bid my heart beat still and it will mind me. A place where I can go when I am lost, and there I'll find me. I need a place to spend the day where no one says to go or stay, where I can take my pen and draw the girl I mean to be.
Willy Wonka is a show that requires a whole lot of theater magic. You need to create Willy Wonka's Magical Chocolate Factory, the chocolate river for Augustus Gloop, the chute in which Veruca falls down into. You need to make Violet blow up like a blueberry, and all the oddities of Willy Wonka himself. And it was such a fun production when we did it last year. And Lorelei Miller played a brilliant Veruca Salt in spite of the fact that her real personality is the total opposite from that character. Well, she's here tonight to sing for us, "I Want It Now."
I want a squirrel. I want a squirrel and Jenny Balimpa. I want a squirrel and Jenny Balimpa and a pink candy boat. And while we're at it, I want to feast. I want a bean feast. Cream buns and donuts and fruitcakes with no nuts, so good you could go nuts. Give it to me now. I want a ball. I want a party. Pink macaroons and a million balloons and performing baboons, and give it to me now. I want the world. I want the whole world. I want to lock it all up in my pocket. It's my bar of chocolate. Give it to me now. I want today. I want tomorrow. I want to wear it like braids in my hair, and I don't want to share it. Give it to me now. I want a party with roomfuls of laughter. I want a ton of ice cream. And if I don't get the things I am after, I'm gonna scream. I want the works. I want the whole works. Presents and prizes and sweets and surprises of all shapes and sizes, and now don't care how I want it now. Don't care how I want it now. Bad nut.
Good Man, Charlie Brown was an incredibly endearing production on the SALT stage. We performed it with 3 different casts. We had a kid cast, and a teen cast, and an adult cast. And we were so lucky to have a father-daughter duo participate in the production. Kurt Kunsch was our adult Snoopy, and Addison Kunsch, his daughter, was our kid Snoopy. And they are here together tonight to sing for you one of the biggest hit numbers of the show. From your Good Man, Charlie Brown, we bring to you tonight, Supper Time.
Behold, a brimming bowl of meat and meal, which is brought forth to ease our hunger. Behold, the flowing flagon, moist and sweet, which has been sent to slake our thirst. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's supper time. Yeah, it's supper time. Oh, it's supper time. Very best time of day. It's supper time. Yeah, it's supper time. And when supper time comes, can't supper be far away? Bring on the soup dish, bring on the cup, bring on the bacon and fill me up, 'cause it's supper, 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 supper time. Ba-ba-doo-da, ba-ba-da-ba-doo-ba, supper time.
Bring on the dog food, bring on the bone, bring on the barrel and roll me on, 'cause it's supper, 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 super pepper upper, supper, super duper supper time. Wintertime's nice with the ice and snow.
Summertime's nice with a place to go.
Bedtime, overtime, halftime too,
But they just can't hold a candle to my supper time. Whoa, yeah!
Bring on the hamburger, bring on the bun. Pappy's little puppy loves everyone, 'cause it's supper, 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 super pepper upper, supper, 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 supper time. Supper time, supper time,
yeah.
supper time.
Bring on the meat.
Supper time.
It's time to eat.
Oh,
Give me that meat.
supper time.
Give me that food.
Supper time.
Give me that cheese.
Supper time.
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 Supper. Supper.
Last fall, we brought to the stage our biggest box office hit to date, Mamma Mia, and it had audiences singing and dancing in their seats. That show had killer direction, killer cast, killer costumes, killer set, killer choreography. It was just killer. And it also had one of the most amazingly talented vocal performances to ever grace SALT stage, with our Catherine Ogden singing The Winner Takes It All. Here she is tonight.
I don't want to talk. about the things we've gone through, though it's hurting me. Now it's history. I've played all my cards, and that's what you've done too. Nothing more to say, no more ace to play. The winner takes it all, the loser standing small beside the victory. That's her destiny. I was in your arms, thinking I'd belong there. I figured it made sense, building me a fence, building me a home, thinking I'd be strong there. But I was a fool, playing by the rules. The gods may throw a dice, their minds as cold as ice, and someone way down here loses someone dear. The winner takes it all, the loser has to fall beside the victory. That's her destiny. But tell me, does she kiss like I used to kiss you? Does it feel the same when she calls your name? Somewhere deep inside, you must know I miss you. But what can I say? Rules must be obeyed. The judges will decide. The likes of me abide. Spectators of the show, always staying low. The game is on again. A lover or a friend, a big thing or a small, the winner takes it all. I don't want to talk because it makes me feel sad, and I understand. You've come to shake my hand. I apologize if it makes you feel bad, seeing me so tense, no self-confidence. But you see, the winner takes it all. The winner takes it all. The game is on again. A lover or a friend, a big thing or a small, the winner takes it all. The winner takes it all.
Well, we ended 2019 with a bang with our production of Matilda. And that show held one of the most memorable moments ever at SALT when the electricity went out and the audience didn't want to leave. And they cracked out their cell phone flashlights, and we performed the entire production in the dark, completely unplugged. And it ended up being incredibly special. Well, Stephen Fisher played Trunchbull in our production of Matilda, and I think we would all agree that he was everything we wanted, and we just couldn't get enough of him. So we decided to bring him back tonight to bring to you the smell of rebellion with our Matilda herself, Molly Kent, and our Bruce, Jackson Ogden. Here they are, the smell of rebellion from Matilda.
This school of late has started reeking. Quiet, maggots, when I'm speaking. Reeking with the most disturbing scent. Only the finest nostrils smell it, but I know it way too well. It is the odor of rebellion. It's the bouquet of dissent. And you can bet your britches this headmistress finds this foul odoriferousness wholly olfactorily insulting. And so to stop the stench's spread, I find a session of phys ed sorts the merely rank from the revolting. The smell of a rebellion comes out in the sweat, and phys ed will get you sweating, and it won't be long before I smell the pong of aiding and abetting. A bit of phys ed will tell us who has a head full of rebellious thoughts. Hold! Just like a rotten egg floats to the top of a bucket of water. The smell of rebellion, the stench of intent, the reek of insubordination.
I can't take it anymore.
A whiff of resistance, the pong of dissent, the funk of mutiny and action. Before a weed becomes too big and greedy, you really need to nip it in the bud. Before a worm starts a turn, you must scrape off the dirt and rip it from the mud. A whiff of insurgence, the stench of intent, the reek of prepubescent protest, the pong of defiance, the odor of coup, the waft of anarchy in progress.
Please, miss, please.
Once we've exorcised these demons, they shall be too pooped for scheming. Some double time discipline should stop the rot from setting in. All right, now, let's step it up. Double time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Discipline for children who aren't listening, for midget who are fidgeting or whispering in history. The chattering and chittering, the nattering and twittering is tempered with a smattering of discipline. We must begin insisting on rigidity and discipline, persistently resisting this anarchistic mischief in this minute you are pitying, on pondering and pitying. While little ones like this, they just want discipline. The sippering, the whippering, the spittering, the smittering, the miss, I need a tissue, it's an issue we can fix. There is no mystery to mastering the art of classroom mistressing. It's discipline. The smell of rebellion, the stench of revolt, the reek of prepubescent plotting, oh, if of resistance, the pong of dissent, the funk of moral fiber rotting. Imagine a world with no children. Close your eyes and just dream. Imagine, go on, try it, the peace and the quiet, a babbling stream. Now imagine a woods with a cottage, and inside that cottage we find a dwarf called Zeke, a carnival freak who can fold paper hats with his mind. And he says, don't let them steal your horses. Don't let them throw them away. No, no, no. If you find your way through, they'll be waiting for you, saying, nay, nay.
She's mad.
Aha! And there, just like I said, the stinky maggot rears his head. Even the squittiest, piteous nest can harbor seeds of stinkiness. Have you ever seen anything more repellent? Have you ever smelled anything worse than that smell of rebellion? The stench of revolt, the reek of insubordination, a whiff of resistance, the pong of till glorious sweaty discipline has washed this sickening stench away.
Well, 2020 sure started off strong with our production of Footloose. We had no idea when we closed that show at the end of February that 2 little weeks later we'd be shut down for most of the year. It's absolutely wild to think about, but this does not take away from how absolutely magical our Ariel and Ren were together. Tonight, we're bringing you Saray and Skylar as they bring the magic back to us from the start of this year, and we remember the good times with Almost Paradise.
I thought that dreams belonged to other men, 'cause each time I got close, they fall apart again.
I feared my heart would beat in secrecy.
I faced the nights alone. Oh, how could I have known that all my life I only needed you? Oh, almost paradise, knocking on heaven's door. Almost paradise. How could we ask for more? I swear that I can see forever in your eyes. Paradise.
I thought that perfect love was hard to find. I'd almost given up. You must have read my mind.
And all those dreams I saved for a rainy day, they're finally coming true. I share them all with you, 'cause now we hold the future in our hands. Oh, almost paradise, we're knocking on heaven's door. Almost paradise. How could we ask for more? I swear that I can see forever in your eyes. Paradise. And in your arms, salvations are not so far away.
It's getting closer, closer every day. Almost paradise. We're knocking on heaven's door. Almost paradise. How could we ask for more?
I swear that I can see forever in your eyes. Paradise. Paradise.
Our first full musical back in action after the shutdown was The Last 5 Years, and we performed it last month outside. And you would almost think that performing it outside was meant to be. It was so magical and felt so wonderful to be back in some fashion. Well, Kim Whitehill and Marcus Braniak were flawless, and tonight they're going to sing for you I'm a Part of That and Shiksa Goddess.
I'm breaking my mother's heart. The longer I stand looking at you, the more I hear it splinter and crack from 90 miles away. I'm breaking my mother's heart. The JCC of Spring Valley is shaking and crumbling to the ground, and my grandfather's rolling in his grave. If you had a pierced tongue, that wouldn't matter. If you once were in jail or you once were a man. If your mother and your brother had relations with each other and your father was connected to the Gotti clan, I'd say, well, you know, nobody's perfect. It's tragic, but it's true. I'd say, hey, hey, shakes a goddess, I've been waiting for someone like you, breaking the circle, you, taking the light, you are the story I should write. I have to write. If you drove an RV, that wouldn't matter. If you like to drink blood, I think it's cute. If you got a powerful connection to your firearm collection, I'd say, draw a bead and shoot. I'm your Hebrew slave at your service. So tell me what to do. I say, hey, 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 I've been waiting for someone. I've been praying for someone. I think that I could be in love with someone like you.
Next day, it's just like it never happened. We're making dinners, we're making plans. Then he gets on the mule train to Jamie Land. Handful after handful of Doritos, circling the apartment, logging miles. And then he smiles, his eyes light up, and how can I complain? Yes, he's insane, but
Well, now we're brought to this month, the month of our most recent performance, Nonsense. And you, the community, showed up in such a monumental way after the barn fire burned down our Nonsense set the week before opening. We cannot thank you enough for how you rose to the occasion, way above and beyond what we ever asked for or imagined when we needed help. So thank you so much. Our outside of the box, inside of the box production, I think we got in by the skin of our teeth here. And if you happen to have missed it, we'd like to bring you a number from it. The 5 powerhouse ladies were incredible. 2 of them are here tonight. Our Reverend Mother Superior and Sister Hubert, Alicia and Leanna, singing for you, Couple of Sisters.
Every time you have to face a crisis, who's the one who helps you muddle through?
All right, I confess it, yes, the truth is, I couldn't do it without you. Hit it.
We're just a couple of sisters, plain as we can be. Just a couple of sisters who discovered harmony.
Oh, sure, I could go solo.
Going solo can be fun, but when 2 solos get together, they harmonize as one. None. We're just a couple of sisters out here having fun.
The mistress of the novices
and Reverend number 1.
Oh, sure, I am in charge here, but I know I'm not alone. As long as Sister Hubert adds her
harmonizing tone. I train all the novices and do it on my own, 'cause I know Reverend Mother's near a stepping stone.
A stepping stone? A stepping stone to what, Hubert?
Oh, Regina, was just a rhyme. Besides, the only word I could think of was overgrown, and I know how sensitive you are about your weight.
Now, Hubert, I will have you know I am not fat. I simply retain water.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lake Superior! Put us both together, and we've got it all.
The melody,
the harmony, St. Peter and St. Paul. All we need is Mary, then we'd have a singing group.
Every Tom and Dick and Harry is a Mary in this troop. Sister Mary Thomas,
Sister Mary Richard,
Sister Mary Harold,
Sister Mary Noel, Sister Mary Martin, Sister Mary Pickford, Sister Mary Sunshine, hey, we're on a roll. Sister Mary Hartman, Sister Mary Astor, Sister Mary Widow.
Sister, that's a wrap.
Sister Mary Poppins, Sister Merry Christmas.
Sister, that's enough of this Mary crap.
Just a couple of sisters in what you call reform, who come to entertain you by singing up a storm. Swanee, hallelujah, hello, Reverend Mary. We're just a couple of sisters, plain as we can be. Just a couple of sisters who discovered harmony.
Well, we don't know what tomorrow holds, everyone, but we sure had tonight. And to pull off an event like this, live streamed, I assure you this was live, it took a very small but mighty army. And I just want to thank my wardrobe team, Heather Mays and Elizabeth Tozer, our tech team, Robbie Marrow and David Craig, our crew team who sanitized the mics and fetched all of the performers from their respective spots, Judy and Chelsea and Judy Elliott and Hannah Elliott. And I'm just so grateful to every performer who gave of themselves, not only in SALT's history, but tonight so that we could relive their magic. I mean, someone pinch me. This is a dream come true, that this amount of talent has graced our stage and is a part of SALT's history. And most of all, thank you to you, all of you. like I said, I don't know quite what next year holds. Hopefully, all of the things we wanted to do this year that we couldn't. It also holds Christmas Spectacular in the next 2 weekends, and we hope you'll tune in for that. It's also going to be streamed, and so you can buy a ticket and watch it from the comfort of your home. And I assure you, this cast is incredible, and will bring you all the songs and scenes that your heart longs to see at this time of year to get you into the holiday spirit. And we're accepting auditions for Frozen, and again, we'll see what we do next year. But we're so thankful to you for keeping us in flight and helping us to rise up during this time. Happy holidays to you and yours. We're really hoping that we see you back here in these seats soon. Take care of yourselves and have a great night.